Alright, hello. I am back to finish the rest of patch 4.4. Last time things got a little bit crazy. We had some sort of vision, someone talking to us, but we don't know who. And even Urianje got it all the way in Ul'dah. So that's what we're about to find out. About to go talk to him and find out what his experience was like. A prelude in Violet. Elzay is eager to rendezvous with Urianje. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is the last quest. So it'll be a pretty short stream today, just to finish up the rest of this patch. Urianje agreed to meet us at the Rising Stones. If any of the others heard the voice, we'll find out soon enough. Good luck. I should get back to the meeting with the Elder Seedseer, but if there's anything I can do, anything at all, you just let me know, alright? Promise me. Right, let's be on our way.
Urianje! God, it's good to see you.
Would that our meeting were under happier circumstances. I judged the voice sufficient cause for concern even before you sent word of its effect on our comrade.
Yeah, that was spooky.
You heard it too, then?
Aye. And all but certainly at the selfsame instant. Alas, pained as I was, I could make little sense of what few words did then reach mine ears.
Who do you think is responsible? Could this be the Scions doing?
That I cannot say. Not when so little is known. Ere I indulge in speculation, I would examine Thancred with mine own eyes.
To Alamigo, then, without further delay.
One other thing. During my visit to the Far East, I observed a strange phenomenon.
We went all the way to the Rising Stones just to go back to Alamigo.
Thou referrest, I presume, to the localized reduction in etheric density.
Well, that spares me the trouble of an explanation. Yes, I noted precisely that at two apparently unconnected locations. I take it the phenomenon is not limited to the Far East.
Indeed not. Of late, our agents charged with surveilling the beast tribes have spoken of little else. In every corner of the realm, they tell of places in which the ether hath grown thin. Naturally, my suspicions first turned to primal activity, but the areas thus affected betray no evidence of summoning. I must confess to being quite perplexed.
If the same phenomenon is being observed in multiple locations on opposite sides of the world, we may safely discount regional factors. Needless to say, this warrants further investigation.
So Aether is being drained from everywhere.
Indeed, I shall make it my task to.
Oh no, it's happening again.
The voice. It calleth to me once more.
Oh, you stole it too.
I hear it too.
Only you. Only you.
No! Ishtola! Urianger!
Throw wide the gates.
Throw wide the gates. What gates?
No. No, this can't be happening!
No, not Urianger too. And Y'shtola?
Y'shtola! Urianger! Open your eyes! Open your eyes, I beg you! Say something! Anything! Not again. Please, not again.
I am very confused. I have no idea what's going on. All I know is things are getting very intense. This is an unprecedented predicament for the Scions, but we must remain strong. The least of us most of all. It cannot be discounted that Mistress Kryl has heard the voice as well. I will ask Tataru to send her word of what has come to pass. Yeah, Kryl. We haven't heard from Kryl yet on all this. This keeps happening. We're gonna run out of Scions quick. Forgive me. That was an unseemly display. It happened before your very eyes, my lady. None here would have behaved any differently. We have borne two of them to a private chamber, but tell me, is it true that Master Thancred languishes in a like state in Elamigo? I'm afraid so. Though, given the circumstances, it would seem best to observe them together. I will send word to Lys that he should be brought here. Take heart, my lady. The world is full of scholars and knowledgeable folk of every persuasion. Someone out there is bound to know what ails our comrades, and how it may be cured. Thus will we rouse them, no matter what. That we will, Hori. That we will. But first things first, our comrades will have questions. May I ask that you explain the situation to them? I must attend to a private matter. Yeah, that's our boy. Oh, I promised I'd visit someone in Limsil Minsa. He's been waiting at Maelstrom Command for a while. You know, you should come along too. I think he'd be glad to see you. Ooh, who is this person? Someone I know. Worry not, Jaguar. Ocher and Aenor are keeping watch over Mistress Y'shtola's and Master Urianger. Pray keep Mistress Alice company. It cannot be discounted that Mistress Kryl has heard the voice. Yep. Anyone else here got some interesting stuff to say? Ocher, sister and I will take turns to keep watch over the slumbering Archons. We will not leave them untended even for a moment. Confound these old bones. Useless as I am, I should have been the one to be struck down. As a mage, I have some few scholarly acquaintances of my own, and will reach out to them for their insights. It may not be much, but 'tis my own little way of aiding Mistress Alice. Didn't the self-same thing happen to Thancred? Who's bloody next, right? We had spoken earnestly of doing more to ease the senior Scions' burdens, but not under these circumstances, nor less so soon. I only hope I will be equal to the challenge. I like the extra world-building details, talking to Clements there, and finding out that the primals are still being summoned. It's just that these other Scions are taking care of it. Makes a lot of sense that the beast tribes here in central Eorzea, where our Realm Reborn took place, those beastmen are still up to things. It's not like they haven't stopped doing things just because we're not in the continent. Makes the world feel more realistic. With Mistress Alice, are you? She usually visits alone. Still, it would make a welcome change for the little one. As you've probably guessed, it's Bagu we've come to see. Oh, Bagu. Or Gabu. The private here will bring him out to us. Ever since the Maelstrom took him in, I've tried to visit as often as I can. And after what befell our friends, I was taken by the urge to visit again. It's difficult to explain. I forgot about Gabu.
Here he is, my lady.
Gabu, it's been too long.
I'm afraid there's been no change. If he can see or hear us, he has given no sign.
Oh no, he still
I see.
can't talk.
You're still fighting. I'm proud of you. We promised that we would come and visit you together, didn't we? Alphino and I. I'm sorry that we haven't managed that yet. You know, with the three of us like this, does it not remind you of that night? Of the stars beyond count twinkling in the heavens?
Yeah. That was a good scene.
I was feeling pretty low back then. Powerless. But I knew that my brother was close by if I needed him, and that the others would be waiting for me back at the Rising Stones. Not like now.
Halsey's really been through a lot.
I've seen my share of trouble since coming to Eorzea. been reminded again and again of my limitations, of how little I can change about this world. And I've come to know the sorrow of parting all too well. But to have the people I hold dear struck down before my eyes, and be powerless to help them, that I cannot bear.
You don't have to bear this burden alone.
No, I don't. You're right. It's pure arrogance to imagine I can solve everything by myself. You'd think I'd have learned that by now. Thank you. I don't know what I'd do without you. Well, that's more than enough brooding for one day. Come on. We have friends to save.
I thought Gabu was gonna speak there for a minute. He looked up at us. So I guess Gabu's he kind of symbolizes how powerless Alizé feels. Just like Alizé couldn't save his parents, now it feels like she can't do anything to save the Scions in Alphino. Let's return to the Rising Stones and take it from there. Thanks again for agreeing to come. It meant a lot to me. I did some thinking on the way back, and I think Corey is right. We need to seek outside help. Ordinarily, we would turn to our experts on such matters, but they're both among the stricken. I'll begin by reaching out to the myriad guilds and research institutions here in Eorzea. Additionally, Grandfather and Menphilia had a wealth of connections between them, and I mean to explore those avenues too. We'll find a way to save everyone, mark my words. Much and more has happened in recent days. Some of it for the good, some not so. But all around me, people continue their fight. From the shinobi who search from Alphino to the Alliance members who make ready to move against the Empire, they march on the face of great adversity, bearing heavy burdens. Everyone is playing their part, and so must I. You've given your own part to play, I know, and it's bigger than most, so I won't keep you. Just promise that you'll visit me from time to time, and I promise I'll have good tidings to share with you when I do. Meanwhile, in the Imperial Palace. Oh, here we go. fake Xenos is up to something.
The Populares no longer present an obstacle. Now is the time to bring the Empire's might to bear. A word from your Radiance is all it takes. But one word, and the Imperial army will fall upon Alamigo as a pack of bloodthirsty wolves and tear that feeble nation apart. Have you no words for me? Despite the lengths I go to, an emissary playing the part of a fool. When first I took this face, I swore to use all of my knowledge, all of my power, to further the cause of the Empire. My deeds stand testament
Oh, that's when
to my commitment.
That's when the masked Ascian took their mask off, and it revealed that they're Xenos. I wonder how Varys feels about this. It's like his son, but not his son. A stranger in the body of his son.
And with this adamant flesh at my disposal, I could destroy the Icon Slayer as easily as one might swat a fly. Why do you hesitate? Our enemy is resourceful. Though victory is certain now, it will not remain so indefinitely. Deliberate if you must, but be quick about it. We'll speak again when you have unburdened yourself of doubt. Until then, I take my leave, Father.
Varys is not speaking at all. He probably does not like this at all.
I should be the one to sigh.
Who's this?
I played my part to perfection. I had earned my rest, and then thanks to Laha Brea's crowning act of idiocy, our favorite emissary sees fit to summon me back. Elidibus was ever a warrior. A most tiresome trait, would you not agree?
New person?
What? Have you no words for me either? No matter. I've long grown weary of this mummery.
Varys is not speaking to anyone right now.
Now, my dearest grandson, let me remind you of your place in the simplest of terms.
Grandson?
You do not make judgments, you administer them. Swiftly and to the letter. Naught else is your concern. Elidibus may be an insufferable bore, but he is no fool. His choices as emissary seldom err. If aught threatens the balance twixt light and dark, it falls to you to remove it. Be it by your own hands or by your armies, you have ample means at your disposal.
This is all very cryptic. I'm not sure who's an Ascian and who's just regular Garlean.
That is why this empire exists. Why I built it.
Wait, he's the founder
Oh,
of
dear.
Garlemald?
Have I touched a nerve? You always were an easy one to read. I pity you, I do. As they say, ignorance is bliss. And I know how much happier you would be not knowing the things you know. The founding father was an Ascian, and he created the Empire solely for the purpose of sowing the seeds of chaos.
The founding father was an Ascian? Ooh.
Don't take it personally. I merely do my duty. To bring about a calamity requires no small amount of power. And there is no surer way to obtain such power than by collecting powerful pawns.
Why isn't Varys doing anything?
To that end, I have labored long and hard, and I must say I am quite pleased with my handiwork. Paltry though it seems in comparison to Alec.
What?
You fiends are overfond of your own voices. Mark me, Ascian. Man is the master of his own destiny.
Okay, well he's gone.
Such a waste of time and energy. Both yours and mine.
Solus Zeus Galvus. But he's back.
Lest you forget, you are Emperor now. If you wish to spout drivel about man's destiny, save it for the masses. It will serve to give them a sense of purpose, and you, pliant pieces for the game. Oh, do stop sulking, boy. You, of all people, should understand.
I'm so confused. He's right there, but also dead on the ground. So, Ascians have the power to shapeshift?
Ours is a struggle to restore both mankind and the world to their rightful state. Viewed thus, our goals are one and the same.
To possess another body and make it look like him? This is all very... It's all very interesting. And confusing. Meanwhile, at a resistance encampment. And here's Alphino. Is this the burn? It gets turned back into this when the Aether returned? Or this could just be somewhere else entirely. What in the world? Uh-oh. There was a massacre here. Dead. All dead. Yet I see no wounds, nor any evidence of battle. One person alive. Damn them. They finally used it. The Empire developed an alchemical weapon in Guribania. A gas. Black Rose, it was called. And to breathe it is to breathe your last. Oh, so that's what happened. I was about to guess that this was part of the aether being drained from the world. But I guess not. And that did this? I thought the project abandoned, its vile fruit destroyed, but naught else could have wrought such an atrocity. Fools. What do they hope to gain with this butchery? Can they not see that a rule won through terror will not endure? How many more provinces must they lose? Nay, wait. This is not the work of men, but monsters. The Scions. It cannot be a coincidence that their trail led us here. Their objective was never to rule, but to sow strife and discord. Such a crime does indeed bear the mark of the bringers of chaos. I think I've heard this music in the Palace of the Dead. Black Rose cannot be allowed to kill again. We must find the Scions and put an end to their plot. Dang, that got dark. I'm so glad that the Scions are coming back into the plot. Kind of started getting tired of them around the beginning of Heaven's Word. It seemed like they were always around, and then there was the lore drop that they're balancing light and darkness, and now they're super cool. But then they kind of disappeared for the plot, so I'm glad they're back. It sounds like it's getting interesting. Story's heading in an interesting direction. Alright, so that's the end of patch 4.4. That was a great patch. I feel like there's more questions that I have than answers, which is great leading into the next expansion. I'm very excited to get to Shadowbringers. I've heard people tell me over and over again just how great Shadowbringers is gonna be. Now we learn they never left the plot. Yeah, true. Yeah, very cool. Story feels like it's taking a lot darker tone now. Stormblood got into some pretty dark tones too. I feel like this is taking it a step further. Like we just witnessed the aftermath of a massacre. The Scions are being taken out one by one by whoever this person is that's speaking to us. So now we've got less people to work with, at least for the time being. Alright, cool. I also liked the middle of this patch too. That was the sun and the moon stuff in the Asium Steppe. That was really funny. Will I do a trailer reaction? Yes, I will do a trailer reaction once I've finished all of Stormblood. Yeah, very much looking forward to it. Also, I noticed that the Shadow Hunter guy had one of the Garlean gun blades. So it makes me think of how in Stormblood we had Alizé, who got her new weapon, or at the end of Heavensward, the final two Heavensward patches, we had Alizé with her red mage weapon, and then we met Gosetsu, who was a samurai. So this makes me think that the guy who's with Alphino, he's like the gunbreaker person, and then we're gonna meet someone who uses dancer weapons, or someone we know is gonna start using dancer weapons, since Shadowbringers added gunbreaker and dancer. That's really cool. I like how they kind of foreshadow the new jobs that are going to be added in the last patches of the previous expansion. Assuming they continue the trend, that is. And that there is going to be someone with dancer weapons, like I predict that there will be. Alright, yeah. Well, that's the end of this stream. Patch 4.4 completed. I'll be streaming again tomorrow night. I'll be doing more of the Four Lords questline, and also the other dungeon. It's always had that gun. Remembers X-shape attack? Oh yeah. Yeah. I forgot about that. Yeah, I totally forgot that he had a gun blade. But yeah, I'll be streaming Four Lords tomorrow, and the other dungeon that was added in this patch. So, hope to see you there. That's the end of the stream. Thanks for tuning in, Ren. It's good to see you. Hope you have a good rest of your night. And I'll see you later. Alright, good night.